Hello, unconventional conventionalist. So, this is a video that I've been procrastinating to record all day today, even though today was the designated day that I, told myself I would record this. And, I don't have any footnotes, didn't script this ahead. I'm just gonna say it as it comes to me. I'm gonna be talking slowly because, I don't want to really risk, fucking up my speech or whatever, and I don't want to edit this video, because I know how long it's going to be. So I really advise you change the speed to, 1.25 down in the YouTube toolbar. So go on and do that, help things move along faster. So, I have a really tough confession to make to you guys. I've let you down. Last week, I attempted something very stupid and very selfish. I tried to take my own life. Yeah. It wasn't one event that set me off. It was a series of events of misfortune, things not going the way I really needed them to, just little and big stresses of all kinds just stacking up and really overwhelming me. And no one person is to blame, okay? What's really to blame here is my depression. I don't want anyone to blame themselves for my attempt. The reason for my attempt is my lifelong battle with depression. And well, this past Tuesday, not a couple days ago, but Tuesday of last week, which was May 29th, I think. I don't know, something like that. But, just more troublesome things were happening that day that were stacked on top of the stresses I already had, and finally there was one, I think it started when, the real, danger started kind of in the afternoon, because I knew I still had to do some work. I was, like, trying to work on, like, 3 entertainment-related shows at once that were all supposed to happen this summer. I know for sure one of them isn't happening anymore, but, hopefully the other 2 still are. We'll find out about that, but anyway, I was trying to, like, work on all 3, and because I was getting upset, and my depression was, like, trying to, make me procrastinate, just make me lay in bed, um, I started drinking. Start drinking vodka. This bottle I got right here. I saved it. It's right here. I might have just gave you a little booty shot there, but whatever. Nothing you haven't seen before. So, yeah. Started drinking this motherfucker. And, at first I was mixing it with lemonade. Then, as stresses grew larger, I started drinking it straight. When I began, it was about halfway. So this is 1.75 liters, so roughly a little less than a liter was in here. And, yeah, now it's there. So, I drank this much in the span of about 2.5 hours. Yeah, that's not good. That in itself is dangerous, but what I did after that made the danger even worse. Because while drunk, I tried to work out a problem with a friend, and didn't go so well. And I just got really, all the stress just got to me so much that I snapped. I just snapped. And I decided to try and calm down by smoking some weed. And it did calm me down, but being drunk and high at the same time, and depressed. Drunk, high, and depressed is not a good combination, because I kind of had this stupid ass epiphany. I'm like, I don't have to deal with all this. I can get rid of all this stress and responsibility anytime I want. All I have to do is take my own life. And all my problems are over. I'm free. So, I decided to take some pills on top of all the vodka. And, I said my goodbyes. I, made some posts on my personal page on Facebook. And I also said, some personal goodbyes to some people, and I put on my really nice red dress, put on all my favorite bows, my favorite choker, and did full makeup. Like, full fucking burlesque makeup. It just makes me feel really good to do makeup. And I took all the pills I have in my room, which honestly weren't that much. But I think the amount of vodka that I drank was the real danger. Because that's a lot of vodka. That's a lot of straight alcohol entering my system. And because I made a Facebook post, people, a lot of my friends are smart, unfortunately, and, I got a barrage of personal messages on Facebook, and my phone started blowing up, and calls and text messages asking if I was okay, and I didn't really give them a straight answer. I just went on saying how beautiful they were and how much I loved them. I just left it at that. Texted my mom, my little brother, all my best friends, and everyone that's like been really important to me. I say goodbye to, because that's how I wanted to be remembered. I wanted to be remembered by saying, follow your dreams and be yourself, and I just wanted to send out some positive messages as my last words. Want my last words to really matter, really count. And I even made a YouTube video. I even made a video here for my channel. Yeah, I was actually smoking and drinking on camera and saying goodbye to you guys, my fans. Between sorry. This is tough for me, okay? Between uploading that video, making the attempts, and then deleting it using my phone from the hospital, it was only up for like 3.5, at the most 4 hours. And it only had 7 views, which is great. It's really good that not many people saw that video. But if you're one of that 7 that did see it, I'm sorry. I'm sure it scared the fuck out of you. Gave you anxiety attacks, and I'm sorry. strong buddy of mine is pounding on my door, yelling my name, and I wake up, but I am not there. Like, mentally, I am gone. He says I opened the door. I don't recall opening the door. I remember it, he broke in, but the lock on my door is fine, so I want to say I did let him in. I just don't remember it. And, he and my roommate and my roommate's friend, they all bust in here, and I'm freaking the fuck out, because I don't know what the fuck's going on. I was like, I hardly know where I am. They call 911, because they see how fucked up I am, and they see the pill bottles and fucking vodka and everything. So, policemen come and put me in the ambulance, take me to the hospital. At the hospital, they strip me out of everything. They strip me off my beautiful dress, all the bows on my hair. They take my chokers, they take my earrings, everything. They even take my thong. I don't understand that. I don't know why they had to take my underwear. That doesn't make sense to me. They stripped me naked, and I don't like that. And then, they put me in these ugly-ass blue scrubs. And I was in the hospital bed for a while, and, my mother and my little brother drove, like, 2 hours to come see me on a work night. It was, like, fucking middle of the night, like, fucking 3 a.m., and here was 2 members of my immediate family here with me, making sure I'm okay. And also, 3 people who saved me, they were there too, and I don't know, man. I remember bits and pieces of the ambulance trip and all that, but I was so out of it. I was fucked up. I was fucked up, y'all. And, so yeah, about 5 a.m., I finally get to sleep, and, well, not just, I have my phone. My roommate had grabbed me a whole lot of shit, like my phone and some clothes, because she didn't know how long I would be in hospital. So, before I went to sleep, and while I still had my phone, before they took it away from me, I deleted the posts off Facebook, and then I deleted the video off of YouTube, with only 7 viewers, as I said, which is good. And, I went ahead and recorded a new video with my phone for the people who did see the first video, letting them know that I was okay. But at the time, I didn't say what happened. I just said, I'm in the hospital. And just left people to wonder. But some of you knew. Some of you knew. So I'm kind of, I sleep in ER for a while, and, some, like, fucking psychiatrists, or, like, training psychiatrists, I don't know. They all come in here and, like, wake me up at different hours and ask me the same fucking questions. Like, how many quarters are in $1? What month is it? What year is it? Who's the current president? Who was president before that? It's just like, guys, really? I'm trying to fucking sleep here. And then they moved me to another room upstairs that I had to share with some schizophrenic lady. And then I was taken to rehab. And that's when the real nightmare started. I was in rehab for 4 days. Rehab did not treat me like a human being. They treated me like a feral dog. I mean, first off, when I get there, they're like asking me personal questions, and they make me change out of my hospital scrubs into some identical scrubs that they have. But it's like, as I'm changing, it was two nurses, and like one of them says, "Do you still have your penis?" And I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Yes, I do, but oh my god, that is such an inappropriate question. For a nurse to ask, especially. Ugh. And like they're both watching me fucking undress, so I turn the other way so they see my backside. And like I still had the IV stickers on my legs. They're like, "What's on your legs?" And I'm like, "Fucking stickers from the IV." And they're like, "Take those off." Then they're like, "Turn around, squat, and cough." And I'm like, "Excuse me?" And they're like, "Turn around, squat, and cough." Uh, they say they want to make sure I wasn't hiding anything up my ass. I wasn't smuggling a sharp object in my asshole, but I think they just took pleasure in humiliating me and disrespecting me. Yeah, and got interviewed by a couple other people, same fucking questions. Are you hearing any voices? Are you seeing anything that no one else sees? Do you feel like anyone's after you? Do you want to hurt yourself? Do you want to hurt anyone else? Same fucking questions. And they said, fastest way out of here is to cooperate and participate in the groups. And they went through my backpack and they said a lot of my clothes were too short to be worn in rehab, but they let me have one shirt and a pair of jeans. And they put that in a bag, and then I didn't get the bag. They escorted me to my room. And it was the middle of the night, so I went to sleep. And the routine started. Nasty ass breakfast. Food sucked there. It was absolutely terrible. And, you know, fucking, we're taking outside to eat breakfast, so that's like patios, bricked in patio, fenced in, like fucking prison fence patio. And, yeah. It's like the closest thing to outside I saw was this fucking prison fence patio. And first day I was fucking terrified. I was so terrified. And, I was like so scared of some of the other patients there, and I don't know, man. Guy was like, table next to me was like sneezing on the other people's food and like threw a spoon at someone else, and big fucking 7-foot like paramedic came and like brought him back to solitary confinement or some shit. And you know, it wasn't in like I was like asking questions like, you know, where are things like, because my room, they had a single person bed and a window without curtains, and then every room had its own toilet and sink, which is good. That's good, I guess. And I don't know, it's just, but like they wouldn't let me wear makeup, they wouldn't let me shave my face, and wouldn't let me shave my legs, nothing. It's like they give zero fucks that I was trans. I mean, they were calling me Jacqueline, but that's it. I was getting male pronouns left and right because of the way I looked. And you know, as time went on, it wasn't until like 8 p.m. into the first day that a nurse asked me, "Do you want a shower?" Because I looked disgusting. I still had the makeup on. That was all crusted now, and I'm like, "That's an option?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's an option." I'm like, "Well, nobody told me. Nobody told me there was a shower available somewhere." Nobody told me shit. I asked all these questions, and they're like, go back to your room, because we're not human beings to them. So, I mean, for the first time since I've been there, this lady, you know, listened to what I had to say. I'm like, I don't know where my clothes are. Like, you know, they said I could wear a pair of jeans and one shirt, but I don't see it. You know, like, I'm trying waiting for it. But yeah, she, like, went go, like, ask several people, and finally they found it in this, like, side room. Just in a bag on the floor, and just, like, somebody just threw it in there and gave $0. But I was happy to have my own clothes finally. I had no shoes, by the way. They give you, like, socks with grip bottoms. So I didn't even have shoes, okay? And fucking groups, like, watching videos about depression and alcoholism and trying to, like, make light of our situation, like this stupid game show kind of stuff. It was really stupid. It was so stupid. Like, fucking exercise videos. I'm like, I don't feel like exercising. Depressed as fuck. But I went to all the groups. Well, I went to most of the groups, at least the first day. I also skipped dinner the first day because I was so upset. Oh, by the way, I told them right away that I'm a vegetarian, and it wasn't until lunch the second day that they got it right. They kept, like fucking lunch. I think the reason why I skipped dinner first day is because fucking lunch first day after I told them I'm vegetarian. I opened the little, styrofoam box, and there's spaghetti with a fucking mountain of, like, meat on it. And I'm like, really? I ended up throwing most of that away. So I didn't eat dinner at all. I don't know. As days progressed, I, got to sort of meet 3 other prisoners. Not patients, we were fucking prisoners. And, you know, all these people were survivors of trauma. But they were treated like they were born crazy. Okay, but no, trauma will fuck you up, okay? Like, one of the friends I made, she was there because she was mentally, verbally, emotionally, and physically abused by her ex-husband for 14 years. That is not her fault. Okay? And another one, just, you know, first glance, looks like this nasty lady, like, just mean, like, stringy hair, you know, like, piercing eyes, and teeth missing, and pointy nose. Just put a witch hat on her and you're fucking set, I swear. That's what she looked like. She looked like your stereotype Halloween witch. But, you know, we talked one day. Just, I don't remember how it came about, but we started talking, and come to find out she's a pretty cool chick when, you know, you don't treat her like shit. She's a total bitch to the nurses because they treat her like a piece of shit, but I actually treat her like a human being, so she was really nice to me. And then there was, like, a really, just a total sweetheart who actually introduced herself to me, and it was so beautiful. She was such a beautiful person. Very shy, but I could tell she was trying. And, like, they had a fucking... I was really hoping I could get out after 2 days, but it didn't happen. They straight up told me, no, it's not happening. Which meant I missed AquariCon, so that was upsetting. The Saturday I spent there was really upsetting because I was missing AquariCon, and I had full intention of going. And it's also, during dinner, one of the nights, there was apparently a pool nearby, like a public pool nearby, and there was a pool party Saturday afternoon, and they were blasting Nicki Minaj. And what's so weird is that I am not personally a fan of Nicki Minaj, but her genre of music, you know, her genre is shared with some artists that I really do like Gaga and Katy Perry, and Sia, kind of, to an extent. Even Melanie's got some pop elements. And it was weird because even though I really don't care for Nicki Minaj, I was really into it because it was just something so different. It was refreshing. And I wasn't the only one. Two other prisoners, we all like gathered around that corner of the patio closest to the source of the noise, and we just fucking listened to Nicki Minaj together because it was our only contact with the outside world. It was like a reminder for all three of us that there is a life going on outside these prison walls. And we just kind of wanted to embrace it, you know? You know, I was calling people and calling my friends, talk to my mom, talk to my dad too. Yeah. My dad called rehab, and it was really, I don't know how to explain it, but his voice wasn't usually how it sounds when he talks to me. Usually, when he talks to me, it's very harsh, nasty tone right off the bat. But this time my dad, his voice was very gentle. You know, it's like he understood, you know, where I was, and I don't know, just talking to my dad and having him use such a gentle tone, it was something I haven't heard for a very long time. It was nice. It was nice finally being able to have a civil conversation with my dad after like more than 2 years. Anyway, I mean, it got slightly better because once they understood that, you know, I'm just depressed and I've been through some shit, and I'm not like about to fucking turn my pillow into, I don't know, a battle axe and cut somebody. I don't know, but they let me read magazines. They let me bring magazines in my room, and there's a magazine that I actually grew to like. It's called W. It's a fashion magazine, and I really like it. I actually stole a subscriber mail slip out of that magazine, brought it home, and I sent it off the other day. So looking forward to some W magazines coming here. But eventually my 4 days were up. I mean, days were super long there, but they were up, and I really had to fight with them because at first they were saying, you know, Monday you'll be discharged, and then like they were trying to say it wouldn't be till late at night or early the next day because they were having trouble finding me a ride. But then I got my own ride. My fucking roommate, my beautiful roommate, called me. She's like, I'm picking you up, right? They were supposed to call me early this morning about you being released. And I'm like, yes, you're picking me up. Yes, you're my ride now. Come on. So, and I went to the desk. I'm like, okay, my ride's coming. So let's get this going. They're like, you're not going anywhere. You don't have your discharge papers. I'm like, okay, well, let's do them. He's like, oh, I'm busy. I'm busy. No, no, no. So I started raising hell. Because I was fucking going to these boring ass, insulting groups. And like, you know, by this point I have a fucking beard, so I don't even like want to look in the mirror at this point because I don't see myself in the mirror. I see like fucking bum, fucking castaways. What I see in the mirror, and I don't like it one bit. And so I start cocking an attitude with this bitch, and I'm like, look, lady, you're paid to be here, and at the end of your shift, you get to go home. I've been here for 4 days straight, and I ain't getting paid a fucking penny, okay? So I'm ready to leave. And I, like, had to, like, complain to, like, 3 different people before they finally got my papers rolling, and my roommate and a friend came get me, and as soon as I was given my stuff back and brought down to them, God, I hugged her. I hugged her so tight. It was so nice. It was a long hug. It was a long, like, 3 or 4 minute hug, and just, oh God, I was so happy to be out of there. I went outside and I felt the sun for the first time in like 5 days. Then I came back and started having to deal with the same problems again. Well, actually, more problems. So I sent apologies to everyone that I fought with leading up to the suicide attempt. But, what sucks is another close person, someone really close to me that I've been working to achieve a friendship for quite a while with, and I was finally on the right track with it. But, they decided I can't be in their life anymore because of my attempt, and I don't know, I think there are people in my friend circle who look to me for strength, and my suicide attempt was kind of a selfish betrayal, and, like, I let them down, and I agree with that. I let my friends down, I let my mom down, I let so many people down, so many people love me and need me in their lives, and are saying how beautiful and brave and strong I am, and then I almost threw it all away. Because I can't handle some fucking drama. Okay, a lot of fucking drama. Not just some. It was a lot of fucking drama, but just been trying to recover these past few days. Trying to put my life back together. Best I can. I'm also on a new antidepressant, Lexapro. This isn't the first time I've attempted suicide. I've tried a total of 3 times. 2003, 2012, 2018. 2012 was kind of like a false alarm. I had full intention of taking my own life, but some shit got in the way to where I couldn't even attempt it. 2003 was also an OD attempt, but that was way more pills than this time. That I was drinking water in 03, so in 03 the danger was the amount of pills I took, whereas in 18 the danger is more so how much alcohol I ingested. So in 03 my stomach was pumped. In 18 I was like injected in my veins with some like adrenaline and some other like penicillin. I don't know, just I don't know, is it penicillin mode? I don't know what it's called, but I was injected with some shit to counteract the alcohol effects. That's what it was. Something else that's really fucked up is as I was being discharged, I overheard one of the friends I made also being, told about discharge and like, where are you gonna go? And she says, nowhere, I'm homeless. And they're like, you're gonna go to a shelter? And she's like, yeah, sure. So they're just gonna throw this woman on the street. They're just gonna throw this woman onto the street. Like a feral dog. And that's fucked up. This sweet woman is now on the streets. That is fucked. You know, it's funny. It's like, I look up to Lady Gaga and Katy Perry, but like, they battle depression too. And well, here's a little wake-up call for you guys. You guys look up to me and stuff, but truth is, I'm just as fragile as you are. And all I can do is just... I hope everything works out. I hope all the fights I've been having work out. I hope everyone I've hurt can forgive me and come back in due time. Let me back into their lives. You know, they shared stories, and towards the end of the class, I was like, fuck it, and I went ahead and shared my story, and been spending time with the friends I still have, been making time for them, just trying to, you know, clinging to who I still got, trying to appreciate what I still have. Because that's how life is, you know? It's a bitch, but you take what it gives you and you work with it. So, sorry guys. I am truly so sorry. I'm gonna say it again. Don't be like me. Reach out. If a friend is trying to help you, let them help you. And keep your drinking under control, because too much will really fuck with your head. I love you guys very much. You are very special to me. If excuse me, I am going to take this and also a bottle of wine that we have in the fridge, and I'm gonna pour both motherfuckers down the sink. From this day forward, alcohol is banned from this apartment. I love you guys. I hope you'll keep watching despite this. If you don't understand, but I hope you do. Laters.